Romans called her Discordia. To the Greeks, she was Eris. And I normally never start these interviews with asking about the name of the place, but it's such a fascinating name and story. That's where we have to start. This is Katie and Michelle. We are at Eris. This is a cider house and it's a brewery.
Correct.
So we'll get into that, but first I've got to know the name Eris.
Okay.
This is a Greek god who was
Goddess.
Goddess. Thank
Yes.
you. Greek goddess who was not invited to a party, and that's why the Trojan War happened?
Well, yeah, it makes total sense.
Right?
It makes total sense. So the wedding was like the social event of the season. It was Peleus and Thetis, and one of them is very powerful king in the earthly realm. The other is a sea nymph. So you know that was going to be an awesome party.
Wait a minute. A sea
Yeah.
nymph and a king of the earthly realm are getting married.
Uh-huh.
So this is like a destination wedding.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so all the who's who of ancient Greece gods were like down there enjoying the party. Eris was not invited, so she created a golden apple and inscribed "to the fairest" on it. Walked on by, poof, threw it into the party, and everyone's squabbling over it. They took turns bribing the appointed human judge, Paris, poor guy, and he decided to have as his prize the love of the most beautiful woman of the world, who was married to a different king in a different kingdom. So
And that's how the Trojan War got started.
that's right.
I guess, these stories endure for all the centuries because of the lessons that they teach us.
The lessons that they teach is that you have to invite people.
That's it.
Whether you like them or not, you have to invite them, number one. And number two, don't go claiming married women. Or you know what? No, or any story that involves women as property ends
there we
in
go.
devastation.
There it is. In all the years we've been doing the show, I don't know that we've ever been to a place that was a cider house and a brewery. Usually it's one or the other. All the beer and cider is made here in Irving Park. Mm-hmm. What would you say your cider is known for? Like, what are the qualities about an Eris when people say, oh, you've got to go to Eris because the cider is...
Amazing. No, I'm just
It's well balanced. It has a very crisp, clean profile. We're not going to bang you over the head with any particular flavors that maybe don't feel like they go there. It's harmonious, I think.
crisp, clean. We strive, everyone talks about the sweetness factor, and we are always going to be anywhere that you like. But majority of our ciders are on the drier side, but it's really about the fruit itself that goes into the can, because the fruit is what's sweetening the cider.
I think to a lot of people, they hear cider and they think, oh, it's like a boozy apple juice. That is not what cider is.
Right, and we, for the first couple years of us being around, we heard the term cider beer a lot. And then we had to also explain that cider differs from beer in that it is blended, not brewed.
Can we talk about the beer?
Sure.
Yeah.
What kind of beer do you have here? What are you known for?
Geez, oh my goodness, it's changed since we first started. When we first started, we were known for a hazy IPA, but now I'd have to say our Pilsner.
Oh, yeah.
Did you make the change because everybody was doing a hazy IPA, or?
You want the honest truth, since we're on this kind of a...
That's
the
why we're
honest
here.
Truth. Okay.
That's why
the
we
honest-
came to Chicago.
All right,
The
here we
honest
go.
truth.
The honest truth is our brew house it was a difficult brew house. So when the new brewer, whose name is Joe Flores, he came from Lagunitas, he inspected the new brew house, or the brew house that we had here, and found out that there were some things in the brew house itself that were not functioning the way it's supposed to function.
Okay.
So the recipe that we had for this hazy IPA that we used to make kept getting changed and changed because there wasn't either enough water, there wasn't enough malt, the gravity wasn't high enough. So, come to find out, a lot of our sparges inside the brew house itself were plugged. Okay. So the amount of water that was going in and creating our wort was not the right amount.
Oh, wow.
And so there would be some days where we're actually pulling the grain out and there'd be dry spots.
Oh, no.
And so the recipe was just never able to get copied again.
So you were given this problem of a brew house that wasn't working the way you wanted, and you've also got all these plates you've got to spin at the same time by being a brewery and a cider house, and you've masterfully figured out a way for it to work out.
Do you see how Eris fits?
It's all making sense now. This building's more than 100 years old.
120, I think it is, yeah.
It was originally a Masonic temple.
Yep.
And then it was, I believe, a Korean Presbyterian church.
You've done your homework,
This is
man.
only the third. They don't give these shows to just anybody.
Wow.
This is you are only the third owners of this beautiful building.
That is very true.
It's gorgeous on the inside, but also as you look around, you kind of notice different details. I know that when you do a project like this, and you've been like awarded and pointed out as like really one of the best in terms of sustainable, bringing a building like this back to life to a new purpose. Can I ask you about the sustainability in everything that you've done here as far as the windows, the railing that's behind us? This was the radiator when you guys moved in.
Yep.
You chopped up the radiator and turned it into this gorgeous. This is
Yep.
fantastic.
So between here and the lobby, we've got 96 individual fins, and like every team was involved. We needed the concrete guys to saw them apart because they had kind of rusted together at the bottom. So we needed a guy to saw them apart. Then they were stripped down and refinished. So this is the natural metal. I thought we were gonna just paint them. We
Just
did
slap
not.
on some
No, so
Sherwin-Williams
it's
and then
just
we're
a
good to
clear-
go.
Just a clear finish, but he's like, no, just let me show you like what I can do. And I'm just like, damn.
Had he done this
Fell in
before? Like
love.
taking a radiator and
No.
It's never been done anywhere before.
I don't know. No, I think
You'd have to
I
be
think other
crazy to
people-
try it.
Well,
There was only, one of our construction guys sent me a picture of something similar to that to Poland. He's like, but I've never seen this anywhere else. So I don't know. I'm not going to say we're the only ones, but I'm saying it's pretty damn unique.
Listen, here's what I'm going to tell you. When you come to Chicago, you have to visit Eris. It's got great beer and great cider. And when you're here, don't miss out on the railing that was made out of a 100-year-old radiator. Because you think I'm joking. I'm
No,
not.
it's
It's
gorgeous.
breathtaking, and it might be the only one of its kind in these United States. You'd have to go to Warsaw to find craftsmanship
There
like
we go.
this. Thank you so much for your
very
time
welcome.
and
Yes,
your
thank
talents.
you.
And I got to say, for making us feel very welcome.
Good.
You've done Eris
Yay.
the Goddess very proud.
Thank you.
We're at Eris here in Irving Park, Chicago. Ladies, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I've never once done that. Can you imagine if that's how I started the show? If I just was like, namaste. That's what I'm going to do from now on. I like that. That felt natural. It felt good.